Today's program is sponsored by the Anthony Vincent Salon. Say hello to beautiful.
You're listening to Trend Radio, where we talk about what's hot and what's not. Get into the loop with us. I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise, and we're your radio gateway to what's trending with beauty, fashion, health, wellness, and sex.
Mostly sex.
Learn and laugh with us anytime, any place. Go right to our website, anthonyvincentsalon.com. Click away and listen today.
You'll be glad you did.
Oh, yes, you will be.
Well,
what?
What a show today. And today, or this week, in history, is another famous birthday.
Oh, because mine was last week.
Yours was last week, the most famous woman I know. And yesterday was...
Hey, no. The most what? Fabulous. I'm fabulous.
Fabulous. 3 words. Fabulous.
Okay, yeah, no. But this coming week, yesterday actually, was
John Lennon's birthday.
Yeah, so we have to give him a belated happy birthday.
Yes. Happy birthday, John.
Absolutely. Love this song. Anthony, why don't you start singing?
I'll spare everyone. Didn't we get in trouble last time we did that?
I'm the one who got in trouble. I was told I was off key. Not you. You were fine. But you know what day it is today? What famous day it is today that you forgot to mention?
Oh, I would forget that.
I wouldn't, though. It's National Handbag Day.
Mm-hmm.
I love pocketbooks. You know that. And did you see that pretty little burgundy one that I showed you? It's nice, right?
Beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. It's fantastic.
I thought it was Old Bag Day.
No, that would have been... I almost said something bad. No, it's
you never say anything bad.
I do. I think bad thoughts sometimes. But no, this is National Handbag Day, so that means, ladies, go out and buy yourself a gorgeous bag. You deserve it, right?
Yes, you do.
Absolutely. And what else was it? Oh, my God, during the week was National Pierogi Day.
Oh, Pierogi Day, yeah.
Who doesn't love a good pierogi?
I'll tell you, I didn't know what a pierogi was.
Oh, they're so good.
With
some sour cream?
Well, I'm going to tell you my story.
I wasn't talking about your story. I was talking about how delicious sour cream.
We never talk about my story.
We talk about you and your stories all the time. It's like... It's all about you.
It's always what you want. You come in like a locomotive into the studio, and talk with Mike and say, Mike, we're doing this today.
Everybody knows you're lying right now because they listen to the show and they know what we're talking about and they know you're the one talking. So we know. Everybody knows.
I'm the one that can't get a word in edgewise.
Oh my God. Oh my God, Mike, help me out here.
He is the big dog. It is Anthony Vincent Salon, but
yeah.
I feel like there's nothing I could say here that's good for me.
Oh yeah.
I might not be producer anymore.
That was really good. But Anthony and I don't fight.
Oh yeah.
We don't. No, we absolutely don't.
You play.
No. When I get angry with him, which is unfortunately often, we have a little itty bitty conversation about it.
Mm-hmm.
I get over it quickly, which I do, admit it.
That's because I don't.
Oh, no.
I keep my mouth shut.
But don't I get over everything quickly? I do. You know that I do.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, there was only one time I didn't talk to you for 3 weeks. Only once.
Mm-hmm. Boy, the good old days.
Oh, my gosh. You were miserable.
Yeah. Well, do we have a good show for you today?
I think we always do.
We do. We're going to finish up on that...
the scars.
The scar remedy thing that
you
we
know what?
brought up last week.
You have some great ideas for that, but I have to be honest, I do too. I have some really fantastic healing ways to remove scars or actually help fade them. Yeah. And unfortunately, I have the scars to fade right now.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. So, these remedies are fantastic.
So, Mike, did you do your homework?
Yeah, for once I did it. My dog didn't eat it this time.
Oh, great. And I believe you were going to make a list for us.
About the perfect woman.
Yes. And this task is hard. So I did it really quick, and I found out that I don't fully know. That I was writing down so many qualities that kind of contradicted with each other, and I've dated so many different kinds of women where the one woman I thought was really great, and the other one was really great, but they had 2 opposite characteristics. And I couldn't figure it out.
See, how interesting is that?
Yeah, so maybe I'm young and that's why, but I don't know yet.
No, that is everybody.
And
Yeah.
that is the best answer.
All right.
And your taste in women will change because you're 21, 22?
24.
You're 24.
Yeah.
But you know, I think the most important thing is having a good connection with somebody and trusting them and working from there.
Elise, last week we were talking about some of the scar recipes that that you had.
Right.
And basically, you know, it's a very simple thing that that will make a scar disappear, and that's onion oil.
Very cool.
And
And what do you do with this onion oil?
you put it on the scar, and the oil miraculously lightens the scar, makes it disappear, and
But you smell a little bit.
yes, you do.
Okay, so I have one that you're not going to smell. Listen to this one. Take a fresh lemon, cut it in half, and rub the juicy part on the scar. Lemons work as a natural bleach, and this will reduce blemishes and scars. And then you know what? Drink the lemon juice without any sugar, and do that twice a day for about 15 days. And you're going to smell citrusy and beautiful as opposed to an onion. So stay tuned for a future show for in-home scar recipes.
You know, one of the subjects we're going to talk about is tell me who you spend your time with, and I will tell you who you are.
Oh, I remember this. You know what? This was something I actually did a little research on.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
So I know about this.
Cool. And
And what?
much later on in the
He's
show,
smiling. He's got a
Yes.
funny smile on his face. I wonder what he's going to say.
We got a great story and some about your lover's penis.
What are you talking about?
Well, not
Whose lovers?
the vernacular you.
Oh, Vinny's penis.
Yes, your lover's penis.
Or
Is
Vinny's lover.
Is it making you sick?
I don't know. Is it making you sick?
Just the thought of it.
Oh, my gosh.
But we're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show. But let's get back to those
the scar?
To the scar thing. Yeah. I don't know how much. I don't remember how much we got into it last week.
Very little.
But very little.
Very little.
Because scars, you know, do take a very long time to heal.
And sometimes they don't go away.
No, they're certainly bothersome, especially if they're in noticeable areas.
Yeah, if they're visual, that can be rough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if they're left untreated, they can never really fully go away.
No, scar tissue forms and it's rough. So that's why before it actually happens, when things heal, as things heal, when you're allowed to actually apply something topical, that's when you should really do it. Not wait too long, because then you can't do anything about it.
As long as the wound is not opened.
Exactly. So you want to wait until until you're healed enough to actually put something on.
And then, you know, treat those scars. And there are things that you can buy at the pharmacy.
Yeah.
And they're relatively expensive.
Yes, and there's also something, you know, things that you can buy at the health food store.
Also
And
very, very expensive.
Very expensive. But there are wonderful, wonderful scar treatments that you can make at home.
Yeah.
And they're fantastic.
Natural remedies.
Naturally medicinal.
Yep. And that with stuff that's probably in your cupboards right now.
And it's holistic. Yeah.
And these remedies, with a little bit of patience, you can fade and get rid of your old scars without any of those damaging, harsh chemicals.
Correct. I agree with that. So what are you suggesting? And then I'm going to tell you what I have.
Okay. Well, one of the first things is lemon juice.
Okay.
It's a natural bleaching agent.
Yes, it is.
And it does contain vitamin C, which helps rebuild collagen.
Yes, and it works also as an acid. So it'll actually remove the top layers of your skin.
Like exfoliation.
Exactly.
Now, you can dilute the lemon juice in green tea, and then you apply to that scarred area using a cotton ball, because green tea is very medicinal also.
Yes, it is. And I don't know if you have this, but what you can do after that is, after you put the lemon juice and the green tea and however you want to do that, what you can do after that is just, because it can be a little bit drying, you can use a little vitamin E oil.
Yes.
Now, vitamin E oil heals from the inside out. So the cool thing about that is that although after some use, your area might appear a little bit flaky, if you're continuing with the lemon juice and the green tea that Anthony was talking about, that'll remove any of the flakes because it's got that acid effect and it will take off the top layers. So as the vitamin E oil is working from the inside out, you have the lemon juice and the green tea working from the outside in.
Right, and that green tea has a lot of extra antioxidants.
And medicinal factors, yes, absolutely.
And I have
And then you can drink it too.
Oh, how tasty.
Absolutely.
Put a little honey in there.
You could do that.
That's another medicinal,
It is.
natural product.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm going to have a recipe, I think, that has that vitamin E. I'm gonna check my notes and see if I could find it. But also, cocoa and shea butter are very powerful in treating scars because
Yes.
they nourish the skin with essential fatty acids.
Yes. Like fish oil. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's something that's really good for you too.
You don't eat those.
What do you mean you don't eat those?
You don't eat the cocoa and the shea butter.
No. You do swallow the fish oil though. You know what's really fantastic? When you're absolutely able to, you want to make a little scrub for yourself. You can do that with either olive oil, vitamin E oil, any heavier oil, and you can add a salt or a sugar. Now with salt, the one thing, it actually will tenderize, okay, the area and make it softer. And sugar will just, scrub the area. But take off any dead skin or anything like that. It's fantastic for any scar area. It's also, and then you can cleanse it afterwards with your lemon juice. So that's a really great thing. It's also fantastic for your hands and your cuticles.
And your knees and elbows.
Elbows and knees, hands, toes, knees, elbows. Yeah, wasn't there a song like that?
Something like that.
Oh, head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Yeah, that was the little song that we listened to growing up. Well, I listened to it growing up. It might be way, you might not have heard it because you're much younger than I am.
Yeah. Before my time.
Yeah. Okay, so go on.
Oh, aloe vera is another
Aloe vera is fantastic.
Yep.
Especially if you have the aloe vera plant.
Oh, the perfect.
That's, you want to just keep that.
It soothes, it moisturizes the skin.
Absolutely.
And, it also helps regenerate damaged tissue. People don't
does
realize
it
that.
really?
Yeah, that's why it's a great thing for
I didn't know that.
sunburns.
See, I learned from you again.
So I have my own aloe vera plant.
I know you do.
And I use the fresh gel from right inside the leaf.
Yeah, I know. And it's good because you had so much sunburn this past summer.
Yeah.
I didn't because I couldn't be out in the sun, but you were just like a walking ray of sunshine.
A glowing red rubber ball.
Yeah. So I'm sure you used plenty of aloe vera to keep your skin so supple and beautiful. Absolutely.
And did I mention raw honey just a couple minutes ago?
Well, you mentioned honey. You didn't say the word raw before.
Raw honey, it's the difference.
You know how I love it when it's raw.
Yeah, there's a difference.
Absolutely.
And raw honey is amazing for skin health.
Yes, I know it is.
Yeah, and you can use it on so many things.
We have to figure out if I can actually have the raw honey because, my allergy to bees. I wonder if we can find out. We have to find out about that because that would be really good for me.
It'll be local raw honey that you'd be looking for because...
Sure. Well, that I have my friend who has a bee farm.
Yeah.
You've had some of his honey.
Oh, excellent.
Isn't it fantastic? Yeah, Beekeeper Bob.
In fact, I think we're going to do a whole segment on honey, I think, later on, maybe next week. And, raw honey it really is amazing.
It
and
is
there's
so good for you.
so many things. I mean, you can use it to treat acne, eczema,
You can
and the
take it when you
scars.
have the flu. You can take the honey when you have the flu. It helps with the flu. I mean, it's amazing what raw honey will do.
You can mix it with a little spice called turmeric.
Oh, turmeric is so great for you.
mix
And
the
it's
two
great for
together.
cancer, too. Both of those are great for cancer.
The honey, the natural raw honey, you can apply that to scars and it'll lighten and fade them naturally.
Will it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It really does.
That I did not know.
Now,
But you know what? Here, what I'm thinking about? I mean, of course, you'd smell nice, like honey, but you'd be a little sticky. You know? I imagine you'd be a little sticky putting the honey on. I mean, the oils and the lemon juice, that's one thing, and the scrubs because there's an oil. But the honey, you'd be a little sticky. I guess somebody
so you have to find other activities after you
you'd have
apply
to.
it.
I was going to say, yeah, you'd have to find somebody to lick that honey off.
So, getting to our natural scar removing cream recipe.
Okay.
Alrighty, this is what you do. You're going to combine 2 cups of shea butter,
Okay.
5 vitamin E capsules.
Wow, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm. It is, but 5 of them.
No, I'm saying the shea butter. That's 2 cups. That's a lot.
Well, this is a cream. You're going to make this up. You're going to put it in the refrigerator, and you're going to use it a couple times a day.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you're going to mix up
You need
plenty
a lot
here.
of it.
You need
Okay.
a lot.
Okay.
So the 2 cups of shea butter, the 5 vitamin E capsules, the juice of 1 fresh lemon.
Okay.
You blend it until creamy, and you apply 2 to 3 times a day for as long as necessary.
Wow. Okay. You know what? I'm going to make that. I'm going to make that. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I'll be glad I did.
You'll be glad you did.
Yeah, well, maybe it'll help with my scars.
Yeah. Well, you don't have that many. See, my scars, I don't really want to fade them because they're kind of macho.
Yeah, but my scars are not macho.
No, it's different for a girl.
Yeah, well, the little one on my neck bothers me. The little tiny one, even though it's tiny, that one really bothers me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to fade that one.
Well, let's start it right away.
Okay. We'll make the cream.
Need a salon that's about the whole you? Precision haircuts, flawless makeup, impeccable nails, top-rated professional hair products. Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for a hairstylist who has his finger on the pulse of all the latest trends? Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for a dependable salon with over 35 years in the industry? Anthony Vincent Salon. Looking for New York City and internationally trained stylists that will create the perfect look for you? Anthony Vincent Salon. Shine brightly while walking down the aisle. Anthony Vincent Salon. For longer, thicker, beautiful hair extensions, Anthony Vincent Salon. Incredible makeup applications for weddings, proms, or any special occasions. Anthony Vincent Salon. Have dry, brittle summer hair? Get a hot shot. Anthony Vincent Salon. Before you put a ring on it, manicure it. Anthony Vincent Salon. Your image is their specialty. For the 150,000 hairs on your head, there's only one choice. Anthony Vincent Salon. For a more beautiful you, call now 609-448-2212 and follow them on Twitter.
So that scar remedy there will definitely make you look better. But
I thought I looked fabulous already.
well, do you want to look? Do you want to look 10 years younger?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you how to do that.
You're going to tell me how to look 10 years younger.
I've been doing it for myself. I'm 40 years old and I look 30.
Okay.
Of course, I act like I'm 12.
5, 6, sometimes 7.
Sometimes, the lucky number.
Okay, then. So,
7 is the scariest number in the numeral line.
I know that.
Yes.
And
yes.
I know why.
Tell us.
7, 8, 9.
Ooh, what a mean number.
It depends on who 9 is.
Yes.
It depends on what 7 was eating.
A mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?
Oh.
You know, you want to look 10 years younger? Replace your refined sugar with honey. Honey?
Okay, honey.
All right, you heard that, smoking too much sun exposure will age you faster, and you wind up looking like an old dried up prune. And that is true.
Dried up prune?
A dried up prune. Although, we don't call them prunes anymore. We call them dried plums because prunes are for old people.
It depends.
Dried plums.
I like prunes. I think they're delicious.
Yeah, they're very, very sweet. Mm-hmm. But we don't want to look like one.
No, definitely not.
So, there is something else that will also rapidly accelerate aging. Something that you may be overlooking.
Like what?
Sugar.
Well, I'm going to just tell you something. I am not overlooking that. I know sugar is one of the worst things that you could ever possibly have. And typically, I don't eat sugar.
That's right. It is
I
a
do
dreaded
natural-
5-letter word.
It's horrible for you.
Yeah, it's going to leave you with more than a muffin top. Not you.
Are you? What did you just say? You know, I have to just tell you something. You say some things to me sometimes. It's amazing. It's amazing. Awful.
It's the kind of guy I am.
Oh my gosh.
I was talking about the vernacular, you. My, you are so sensitive.
Well, I mean,
Anyway.
my gosh.
What I'm saying is sugar is your enemy.
I know that.
It's 8 times more addictive than cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
And sugar will suppress your immune system,
I know.
elevates your blood sugar,
Yep.
disrupts your mineral balance,
Of course.
disrupts digestion,
Absolutely.
causes tooth decay,
Of course.
contributes to obesity,
I know.
and can cause heart disease.
Absolutely. All of these things are true. It's very, very bad for you. And the most important thing, your body does not require it to survive. It does not need it.
So how does sugar make you look old then?
Oh, it depletes everything. It depletes everything.
You're right.
I know.
Yes, you know everything.
That's why I don't eat it. But go on.
Okay. There's a natural process known as glycation.
Okay.
Sugar in the blood attaches to proteins to create harmful molecules called advanced
Molecules.
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 I love to
Yo,
correct him.
molecules.
I do it all the time, also on the air, especially. Isn't that awful?
Well,
I'm terrible. Oh,
these molecules are called advanced glycation end products.
wow.
AGES. AGES for short.
Okay.
Now, these compounds, damage the surrounding proteins, including the collagen and the elastin.
Okay, where's that accent coming from? What is that accent? What kind is that?
I don't know. It just kind of popped out.
Yeah, you know, it scares me. Sometimes these accents pop out and these different voices pop out because, you know, he has so many different personalities. You know this, right, Mike?
Definitely. It sounded like the church lady to me.
I wasn't sure who it was.
Special. You know?
Yeah, you know, that's good.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like to me.
Okay.
So, getting back to the damaging compounds,
Okay.
they damage the surrounding proteins, including the collagen and the elastin that helps keep the skin from being firm and elastic. And once
And smooth.
And yes.
It dimples. It actually dimples the skin.
And once damaged, collagen and elastin becomes very dry and very brittle, which leads to the sagging and the wrinkles
And the dimpling.
and the dimpling.
Yes.
Although you got the cutest little dimples when you smile.
Oh, no, you see, my dimples are different. They're not from sugar intake. These are birth defects.
It's got to be from the sugar because you are so sweet.
Yeah, you're so cute.
Mike, am I making up for when I was mean to her this morning?
You completely are.
You know, the truth is that at least you just said it. You were mean to me this morning. And he said it on the air, Mike.
Admitting it is half the battle.
That's correct.
thank you,
And
thank you.
correcting it is the other half.
Well, starting at around age 35, which you're quickly approaching. Okay. According to a study published in the British Journal of Dermatology, AGEs disrupt the body's natural antioxidant enzyme system, and that helps protect our skin from the sun damage. Now, this study, published in the Journal of Clinics in Dermatology, found that when sugar is elevated in the tissue, the damage caused by ultraviolet light hitting the skin is accelerated.
Oh, wow. See, then that's really good information.
Yeah, I thought so too. Enter honey.
Honey is fantastic for you. But we know that.
Yeah. Raw honey's been used for centuries to treat countless ailments.
Honey is incredible. What I do say to everybody, though, before they eat their honey, first of all, local honey is the best for you.
That's the one.
Okay, that's the best for you. But before you do that, there are some people that have different allergies to different things, such as, like for me, for instance, I'm allergic to bees. Just make sure you can actually eat the honey. because it depends on the level of your allergy.
Well, something very interesting about honey is that if you have allergies and they're local allergies, the local honey actually helps you fight off those allergies.
That is correct, with the exception of some of the bee allergies, depending on the type of allergy that you have to bees and its sting. Although I know that the honey doesn't necessarily have the bee stinger or anything from the bee, it does have the pollen and from the bee, you know, so it depends on how raw the honey is. I only know this only because of my doctor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can eat the honey. I just have to be careful with where the honey is from.
And we did the segment months
About
ago
honey,
about,
yeah. And we met.
A beekeeper.
We met somebody who was, I don't know that she was necessarily a beekeeper, but we have a friend who's a beekeeper, Bob Horton from East Windsor.
Mm-hmm.
His honey is amazing. And my client Eileenie, you know, she's always bringing us her delicious honey, which I'm so grateful for and so appreciative because it's so good for us. And we have it all winter long and it helps us.
Stay away from those designer honeys from China. They've been boiled down, and anything good in the honey has been boiled out.
Correct.
So just remember,
You told me that.
Stick with local honey.
Yeah. You'll be glad you did.
Well, anyway, for thousands of years, honey has been used, and it's also been found, you know, buried with the pharaohs in Egypt. And even after thousands of years, it was still edible.
Oh, wow. Now that's
One of
fantastic.
the very few foods that just does not go bad. And honey was also the most popular ancient Egyptian healing remedy.
Wow.
And it was mentioned over 500 times in 900 remedies.
You are just amazing. You are just incredible.
No, I'm not. All this stuff you can find on the internet.
I know, but it's nice that, you know, we have all of this fantastic information to give to our listeners.
And you're not going to get information like this anywhere except right here on Trend
That
Radio
is correct.
920 The Voice.
Well, because we just do it with savoir-faire
Gusto.
and gumption.
Love that gumption.
I know.
Anyway, an actual prescription was found. It was a wound salve, and it was about 20. It was dated between 2600 and 2200 BC, and it called for a mixture of grease, honey, and lint or fiber.
Oh.
And it was a salve that you put on wounds, and it actually helped.
So talk to me about the lint or fiber, because I think I understand.
That was almost like a Band-Aid.
Okay. And there you have it.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Yes.
Interesting word, though, Joyce. Lint.
20. I guess they pulled it out of their belly buttons. I don't know.
I was thinking that. Yeah,
'cause
that's
they're
exactly
not getting
what
it
I
out of
was-
the clothes dryer.
Yeah, no.
Not
I
at
was,
2200 BC.
No, I was thinking exactly that. Lint from the belly button.
Well, Cleopatra has taught us a lot about beauty.
I have to say, I was going to say absolutely, of course, that's the truth. But just recently, I had a Cleopatra moment.
Did you really?
I absolutely did.
Tell us about it.
Okay, I had a mini breakdown, which you know is easy for me. As you know, we announced it last week, you know, the whole cancer-free thing for me. One of the things that I absolutely cannot have is soy. I can't have, as you know, I've been crazy. I cannot have soy in any food, in any of my beauty products, in anything. And we've come to find that soy is a filler in practically everything. Well, I was wearing makeup. I'm not going to say by whom. And I found out that it had soy in it. And so I kind of got hysterical and I needed to go buy new makeup that was soy-free, which is difficult to find. But in the meantime, you know I like my lips to always look pretty. So you're not going to believe what I did. Well, you might believe it. I put a little bit of coconut oil on my lips and I bit into a cherry and I had a little bit of cherry on my lips. And Mara says, we're doing the Cleopatra. I go, I got to do something. So it was a combination of cherry juice and coconut oil. And that's what I put on my lips the other day.
Very, very cool.
I know. So we call it the Cleopatra.
And Cleopatra was regarded as one of the most beautiful women in history.
I know that.
Her beauty secrets are documented and making it possible for women everywhere to test them and create some of the same seductive beauty that made her a legend.
Absolutely.
And maybe it was a little coconut oil and cherry juice.
It's possible. It's possible.
She actually used a combination of cream and honey to nourish and rehydrate her skin.
Yes, that is true.
What she did was she mixed, like, I don't know this formula for sure, but from what I read, she mixed a couple of tablespoons of a cream, and I guess back then it was an organic cream, with 1 tablespoonful of honey. And you apply this to your face for about 10 minutes and you rinse it off with warm water.
Did you ever put honey on your face?
No, I haven't.
Oh my gosh, I have. It's unbelievable.
Really?
And you can actually take coconut oil and honey and make amazing things.
I probably would want to eat that.
Well, don't eat it, but listen to
I
this.
eat coconut oil every night, by the way.
I know you do. I know you do. I use it all over me at this point because there's no soy in it and it's so fantastic anyway, and it's great for your skin, and my skin has been getting so much better after everything and hydrating so much more with this coconut oil. It's been incredible. But if you take some honey, some of the local honey, and some coconut oil, you can also add some sugar or salt and make a nice scrub out of it, which is unbelievable.
Very cool.
But if you don't want to do it as a scrub, because that you actually have to rinse off to get the sugar or the salt off, you can just use it as a lotion, as a cream, as anything. It smells delicious.
The honey or the coconut oil? Or the both?
Both
Okay.
together. I mean, the honey smells great and the coconut oil smells great, but I mean, I actually smell great right now and I'm wearing it, but it's fantastic. And it takes care of absolutely everything. Everything. Dry skin, everything. Wrinkly skin, dimply skin, all kinds of things. Together, the two together are incredible.
Yeah, that's right. There's mountains of scientific research and clinical studies related to those medicinal properties of honey.
Yeah.
And you can even do a simple search on PubMed using the term honey, and you'll get about like 7,000 scientific papers that...
Amazing things.
Yeah, dating back to 1884.
Yeah. Do your research. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. You find amazing things.
In its natural state, honey absorbs moisture when it's exposed to the air. And this makes honey a highly beneficial to dry skin by allowing it to retain moisture. It also helps speed up the wound healing time.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, the properties are amazing.
Yeah.
And wait, I have to just say this one more thing. Have you ever tasted honey in your coffee?
Oh, all the time.
Okay, it's so, and I know you have because you drink my coffee a lot, and I put honey in it when I
That's
need
right.
something sweeter.
That's right.
But yeah, it's so delicious, especially when you have the dark roast coffee with a little bit of honey. Oh my God, you don't even need milk. I mean, you do, but but it just makes it delicious.
Yes, it does.
He's nodding also and smiling.
I'm thinking about that. I wish I had some honey in my coffee right now. Would you
sorry.
stick your finger in there and just, for me, please sweeten it up?
It'll have a little coconut oil and honey on it. Oh, that's funny.
Well, you know, there is one especially vital component in honey, and that's called glucose oxidase.
Oh, good pronunciation there.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
And what it is, it's an enzyme that produces hydrogen peroxide.
Oh my God, hydrogen peroxide is like my friend these days.
And that is one of the main reasons why honey, you know, has such powerful antibacterial and wound healing capabilities.
That's fantastic.
The production of hydrogen peroxide is just one of the remarkable ways that honey helps kill the bacteria and heal the wounds.
Wow,
And it tastes good.
it tastes great.
I'm Anthony Vincent of Anthony Vincent Salon. Time for another fun and fabulous beauty tip with our tip chick. And here she is.
Got static? Does your hair fly away? Prioritize and winterize. Spritz your hairbrush, comb through, and now you're ionized. Say hello to beautiful.
Remember, for the 150,000 hairs on your head, there's only one choice. Call us now at 609-448-2212. You'll be glad you did. Good morning.
Good morning, Tina. How
Good.
are you?
Good morning. I'm fabulous, guys.
Fabulous. And what are we going to talk about today?
Getting our identity stolen is another reason you need to look at your credit.
I was just going to say something about that, only because we were talking about that, and I had that situation happen a couple of times to me. And it's actually very scary. One time I was actually online checking purchases, and I saw activity, and I saw, I live in New Jersey, and I saw activity from Arizona. Somebody rented a car with my credit card. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, that's insane.
I had that same experience. I was shocked. And if I didn't have an online monitoring on my accounts for purchases, I wouldn't have seen that either. And it happened. I still had my card. That's the thing people need to understand is your identity can be stolen even if you have all your credit cards and debit cards. I mean, the debit card to me is the worst.
Oh, that is the worst. That actually did happen to me also. And they froze my account because the bank froze my account because somebody had my card. And that was really scary because they can get right into your bank account.
Yes. I remember years ago, when I was a really young kid, I got a call from an FBI agent out of the blue. Of course, that was really scary. I didn't know if it was real. I thought it was fake or what happened. But it turned out that there was somebody internationally using my identity to try to open up a checking account. And I had to prove who I was in order for them to get the information that they needed about this other person that was trying. Yeah, that was very scary. So it happens to everybody, and you shouldn't be ashamed if it happens because that's just very, very common these days. And your mouth is open. But it is shocking that these things still happen. And as we are getting better with our technology and they're putting more chips into the cards, they're supposed to be helping. But the more we're exposing ourselves out into the internet, the worse this is going to continue to be. It's not, unfortunately, going to be something that's going to be going away. So we just need to take responsibility for ourselves and protecting ourselves in every way. And credit is one of those ways that we need to stay on top of because that's our life menu that we're given.
Are there ways to fix your credit? I often hear on the radio, we fix your credit.
What does that mean, right?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Well, a lot of those are sales pitches for companies that are looking to get consolidated credit offers. So what they're going to do is, let's say you have $10,000 or $20,000 of credit that you owe. They will pay that off for you, and then you'll be paying them a higher interest rate, obviously.
Oh, boy.
That's only going to get you in more problem. I don't know if that's really a good way to
fix it then.
But for a longer period of time, so they make the payment?
Well, they'll pay it off for you. They'll probably negotiate it down for you, which that can, be a hindrance to your credit as well if you do negotiate it down. But you can rebuild from that. I mean, the best way to do it is to really sit with a financial advisor or somebody like myself who can look at all your credit and all your income and looking at creating a budget that's healthy for you and a plan.
That's why I think you would be the best option for somebody, aside from, who wants to, build their life, somebody who wants to fix the errors that they made, whether they realized it or not. And this way you could then determine, getting everything taken care of for them with their credit issue and then moving forward so that, their life could be nice and then they can work on their retirement.
Take control of your finances. Don't let them take control of you. DCAlexander.com.
Consult with Dina today. You'll be glad you did.
If you're just now joining us, your favorite salon is now your favorite radio show.
We make you healthier, wealthier, and sexier every time you listen.
Tune in to us. I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise, and we are
Trend Radio. So, Elise, here's something you should know a little bit about.
What's that?
Sagging breasts.
What are you saying?
No, I'm just saying you should know something.
Why should I know something about that? Are you saying that my breasts are sagging?
I wouldn't know that.
You can look right now. I mean, what are you saying? They're down to my knees? Is that what you're saying?
Mike, is she saying she's going to flash us right now?
I have no idea.
I am absolutely positively not. But why would I know about that?
Well,
do you know about it?
Yes, I do.
Oh my gosh.
Your breasts droop as you get older.
Okay.
Happens to guys and gals. All you got to do is go to the beach, look at all them guys with the saggy boobs.
I know. That's true. That's true.
Well, but it is true. And that's due to stretching of the Cooper ligaments.
The Cooper ligaments?
Yes. That is the connective tissue in your breasts that helps keep them up.
Okay.
Right.
So how do we work this out? How do we make it so that my breasts don't sag?
And when you say my breast, you're talking about the vernacular my.
Of course.
Yeah.
Always am.
Okay. Well, like all of the tissues in your body, they're made up of collagen and elastin. Mm-hmm. And it breaks down as you age. It just does.
Yes, it does.
In addition, as you go through menopause, the dense glandular tissue is replaced by fat that's more likely to droop.
Yes. I agree with you there, but I do have a solution. Yes, I do agree with you. I agree with you on most things. You just, like to give me a hard time. You know what? Ladies, slather your breasts in honey. Okay. If you were just listening
Have your man slather your breasts in honey.
If you were just listening to us, you'd know that honey helps as far as aging goes. So just, slather your breasts. Honey will do the trick. You'll keep them nice and perky and tasting good too.
So, can wearing a bra help prevent the breasts from sagging?
Well, I don't know that wearing a bra will help prevent your breasts from sagging, but they'll sure look good while they're in the bra.
Well, I know.
Okay. Well, then I'm sure you're going to tell us.
Yes, and I hate to break it to you. Nothing can prevent the girls from going south. Okay. Now, a bra will hold up your breasts.
Well, that's what I just said.
To
They'll make
give
them
you
look
the
good.
shape and the look that you want. Mm-hmm. But it can't prevent the sagging, which is just caused by age and gravity.
It's interesting. Some women actually wear a bra to sleep, and they wear a bra all the time, exercising, doing everything. And they say that's what helps them with, not sagging.
Well, that's what Holly Berry had said.
Halle Berry wears a bra at night?
Yes.
How do you know?
Oh, she had a whole big thing that she said in Style magazine.
Oh.
Yeah. And
I was just making sure that you didn't actually have this discussion with her.
Oh, I wish.
Actually, so do I.
Yeah. And, she's misinformed. She says she wears a bra all the time, even to bed. And
I'm gonna tell you something very interesting about that. I've been wearing a bra actually to bed also.
For different reasons.
Well,
from
yes,
what I understand.
because of my surgery, as you know, and so I've been wearing one like around the clock, different ones because I'm going crazy. You can't sleep in the ones you wear, and you can't wear the ones that you sleep in. But it's true. But I will say to you that at first I thought it was extremely uncomfortable. But ladies, I have to just say something about this. One of those little cute little sports bras and a tank top to bed, really, it's comfortable and, everything kind of stays in place. Very nice.
I'm going to have to get myself a man's ear.
You know what? If you'd like, I'll pick one up for you. Maybe a little tight tank top to go with that. And
Sure.
you're in good shape there. Yeah.
Don't I have a leotard somewhere?
You actually do. You do have a leotard. And I remember
It was actually
when
when I was bodybuilding, that
when
muscle
you
shirt that I
would
had.
wear that, a couple of the girls at the salon would say, here he is in his leotard.
Yeah, but I look damn good in
I
that
have
leotard.
to just say you looked fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why if I pick up one of those little tight tank tops for you, to sleep in or whatever, I'm sure you're going to look just as fantastic in it.
Mm-hmm. Well, one French researcher, he was suggesting that wearing a bra encourages sagging by weakening the breast's supportive tissue.
Well, I hope not, because I'm wearing one all the time right now.
Oh, okay.
Well, I have to.
Thank you for sharing.
Well, you know I have to.
We
My surgeon
had
said.
a couple of months ago the great bra debate on whether wearing a bra. So here's more information about the support.
Well, if it's good, I hope so. If it's not good, there's nothing I can do about it until I heal.
That's right.
So that's all.
Well, the running or any high impact aerobic exercises that will cause the boobs to bounce up and down, and over time that can break down the connective tissue. So you're right, a sports bra will help in that department.
Absolutely, but I have to just ask this question: there are just some women that are very, very small, and believe me, there's nothing wrong with that. They're still just as sexy and just as beautiful, but.
So you're saying size doesn't matter?
I don't believe it does. I mean, it depends on what your personal taste is, of course. But so these particular women, if they just wore like a tank top or a tube top and a t-shirt, would it make a difference if they were in a sports bra running? Or because if they're very small, what difference does it make? They're not bouncing.
Well, they're still bouncing, they're still running, and it is that connective tissue with the up and down movement.
Okay.
So I
guess it just wouldn't be as harsh as somebody who's like a D as opposed to an A.
That is correct.
Okay.
That is correct. And, all the push-ups in the world, won't stop or reduce the droop. The breasts are made up of fat, and it's not muscle.
Correct. Although you can work out and there can be a muscle behind the breast.
You are just...
And
you're
that
good.
can help tremendously with keeping your boobs being, looking perky.
Yeah, that's right. The chest exercises, they will help, the appearance of your... It's called the pectoral area, the pectoral muscles, and it'll strengthen those surrounding ligaments, including the Cooper's ligaments, which, may, make the girls look a little more lively.
Yes.
And the pectoral muscle underneath creating the shape,
That's a very important exercise, in my opinion, actually. And it's one that I did all the time prior to all of this other lovely stuff. But now, I'm just getting back into exercising. But I think that's a fantastic exercise. And aside from anything, it feels good. It feels good to exercise, and it feels good to, keep your muscles strong.
That's right. I exercise almost every day.
I know you do.
So I really don't have sagging boobs.
I know. I know you don't
I
sag.
just say that because
it's just fun to say.
It is.
But we know that you don't sag anywhere.
Well, breastfeeding. Now, there was a 2008 study published in the Aesthetic Surgery Journal, which concluded that breastfeeding is not a risk factor for ptosis.
Which is?
A fancy name for drooping.
Oh, ptosis is a fancy name for drooping.
Yes.
Okay.
The real culprit is the pregnancy itself.
Pregnancy does a lot to you. It puts your body into a hell of a... It's charming, I'll tell you that.
That's right. And
you get a great gift, though.
But it's the weight gain during the pregnancy that causes these ligaments to stretch, which leads to the drooping later.
Which is so fantastic if you don't gain too much weight. I mean, I know some people can't help themselves, it just happens. Sometimes you're just really not feeling well and you're overeating and you're just trying to find a way to, emotionally settle all of this because you are so uncomfortable. But ladies, I tell you, it is so important to eat well, especially while you're pregnant. You have another life in there.
That's right. And I think it's acceptable to put on about 25 pounds.
That's what they say, yeah.
Unless you're Italian, then you put on 100 and you get a mustache.
Oh, the mustache, I think just comes whether you're Italian, whether you're pregnant or not when you're Italian.
Is that right?
Yeah, I do.
I don't mind a mustache. Reminds me of my grandmother.
Yeah, I know you like your grandmother.
Yeah. Anyway, smoking and sun tanning also affects how your breasts look.
Oh, smoking and sun tanning affect everything. A nice little sun-kissed glow is lovely, but once you go beyond that and it becomes too much, it depletes everything in your skin. And that would also deplete Your breasts.
That's right. Lighten up is a real significant risk factor for breast drooping, according to that 2008 study that I was just talking about a few minutes ago.
Smoking is bad for everything. It's bad for the inside of you. It's bad for the outside of you. It's bad for every part of you.
That's right. Any poor lifestyle habit that breaks down the skin's collagen, like smoking, UV rays, or even eating, nutrient poor, high-fat diets.
Yes.
Are not good.
That is correct. We know what's going to hurt us, but we do it anyway sometimes.
Yeah, we do it anyway.
Yeah.
So there's
That's some good information, though, Anthony.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. There's always good information on this darn show.
Yeah.
I don't know how we do it, but we do.
But we do.
Now, how much more time we got, Mike?
We got about 9 minutes left.
About 9 minutes?
Great.
You know what? I think that might be just enough time
3, 2, 1.
to tell me who you spend your time with, and I will tell you who you are.
Okay, then.
All righty. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And my dad used to tell me, Anthony, you become just like your friends.
Wow. And that's really true. I mean, who you surround yourself with, you pick up on a lot of who they are and what they do. So it's important, if you surround yourself with happy, positive people, you're going to be a happy, positive person. But if you surround yourself with people who are negative, who are down, they can bring you down too.
That's right. About 170 years ago, Gautier said it like this: "Tell me with whom you consort with, and I will tell you who you are." And before him, Seneca wrote to a friend. It goes like this. I'm going to read this. "Choose someone whose way of life, as well as words, and whose very face as mirroring the character that lies behind it." Choose someone whose way of life, as well as words, and whose very face as mirroring the character that lies behind it, has won your approval. Be always pointing him out to yourself, either as your guardian or as your model. There is a need, in my view, for someone as a standard against which our character can be measured themselves. Without a ruler to do it against, you won't make a crooked straight.
In layman's terms, you are what you eat. Basically,
Right.
You become what you consume. And when you're surrounding yourself with others, you're consuming their energy.
That's right.
So there you have it.
You're right. It means the
I know
people.
I'm right.
Of course, you're always right. But that means that the people we surround ourselves with help us set the baseline for what we think is okay.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. And I remember very vividly in high school when I joined the school's newspaper. I was surrounded by people who were a lot smarter than me, and they talked about books and concepts and that I've never heard of. And they did things that I didn't know how to do. So my worldview expanded, and so did the pressure to improve and to push myself.
That's interesting, but that's the truth. Always surround yourself with people who you admire, like we were saying, and who do more with their lives. When you go down the chain,
Mm-hmm.
it's the truth. You become that way. And it's very simple. It's very, very simple. Look around you, see who you are with and who you
admire.
Yes. And then see who they are. See if you like that, and see how, visualize yourself, see what you're doing, because it's very, very interesting. I watch this. I have a friend who has a friend who is depleting. This particular person is, unfortunately, she's bitter. She's negative.
They suck the life out of you.
Yeah,
They
literally.
suck the happiness out of you.
Exactly. And what happens is this friend of mine who hangs around with this other person who's depleting her, she becomes a lot like her. Mm-hmm. And it's very sad. And I sometimes have to remind her, hey, look what's happening to you.
So what you're saying is you learn and are motivated, good or bad, by the people you surround yourself with.
Yes, and sometimes you make poor decisions based on those relationships.
All right, yeah, their influence is a lot greater than you think.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily about finding accomplished people and hoping that they rub off on you.
You're looking for goodness and you're looking for positive energy.
That's right. There's many highly successful individuals who are horrible people and who would not be good influences.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you want to surround yourself in a positive way. Surround yourself with positive people, charismatic, happy, intelligent, of course. You certainly want intelligence, but definitely happy, upbeat. That's what keeps you going.
That's right.
That's my opinion, and that's what I try to do.
Yeah, and do this analysis. Look at your friends and the people you hang out with. Is this who you plan to become? Is this who you are?
And that's so interesting. Think about this, and I'm going to actually say this to my girlfriend. Her friend has nobody in her life and really has very few friends. And that's so interesting. I'm going to say this to her. Is this what you want to be? Because look at what you're doing and look at who you're with.
It's who you're becoming.
It's amazing that I'm going to absolutely, everybody really, take this very seriously. Take this seriously. Look at who your friends are and what they've become and who they are and what they've accomplished. And see for yourself, is this what you want to be? Do you want to be alone? Do you want to be down? Do you want to be negative all the time? Because that's where you're going.
Who you choose to be with now has the chance to make or break who you will be in the future, and it always will. And so we really have to make hard decisions on a regular basis about who we say yes to and which relationships we invest in.
Oh my gosh, did you ever just say a mouthful?
To become great, have someone better that you can learn from, someone lesser who you can teach, and someone equal that they may challenge themselves against.
Wow.
You've been listening to Trend Radio, where we talk about what's hot and what's not every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Learn and laugh with us anytime, any place. Go to our website, AnthonyVincentSalon.com. Click away and listen today.
And if you have a topic of interest that you want us to talk about, or you'd like to be a guest on our show, email us now at trendradio920@gmail.com. You'll be glad you did.
And remember, your smile is your logo, your personality is your business card.
But how you make people feel, well, that becomes your trademark.
I'm Anthony Vincent.
And I'm Elise.
We'll talk to you next week.
Bye for now.